Hey everybody, today's an exciting day. Why is that? It's May 19th, and May 19th is the day that the Planter app tells me that I can transplant all my seedlings outside. I don't have to hold back on any of them. With that said, we do have a few nights that are going to be in the low 40s. That can quickly slide into a freezing night. So while I'm excited about planting, I am going to plant here in my garden beds that are at my home, so that if I do have to cover them, I can do it quickly and easily, whereas planting them at the farm, which is 10 miles away, would be more difficult. The other thing that I'm not planting right now are my tomatoes because they're too tall. And my worry about that is not that they're too tall necessarily, but if it freezes and I have to put a covering over the top of them, I am concerned that I would break them with the weight of the tarp or whatever I use to cover them to protect them from the frost. So it's never a sad day when these empty out. It's always exciting to get them started, to get all the flats of vegetables and flowers going. But as it gets closer to spring, the need to move them outside grows more and more strong in my heart. And so that's where all of the plants are right now. They're outside, they're getting sun, they're getting wind, they're getting hardened off. Unless it freezes, they are all going to stay outside tonight. I started slowly, giving them just a few hours of daylight each day, and then gradually working up to having them out all night long. That makes their stems stronger, makes them more accustomed to the sun. So I'll show you what I've been doing today, and that's pretty exciting for me too. First of all, you can see all of the plants that I have staged and ready to go. As I mentioned, the tomatoes that you see out here aren't going in the ground today, but much of the rest of it is going to go, and so that's exciting. I'll show you the container garden next. Now this is the container garden. You can see that it's getting quite full. Today I've planted peppers, and I'm about to plant okra, and then we've got a lot of different lettuces out here, Swiss chard, turnip greens. We ate some radishes today from the garden. We've already harvested spinach and beet greens and some of the chard for salads, and the kale, that's been in for a while, and it's actually big enough right now that we could actually make a salad out of it. And then I've got basil and rosemary. You might notice there's also marigolds out here. I plant a marigold in with every kale plant because it's supposed to help keep the bugs away. I probably don't have enough marigolds to fight any cabbage worms. So we'll address cabbage worms eventually because they will happen. But for today, that's all I've got. Happy gardening. Just a quick note about transplanting. One of the things that I like to do is I like to put a little bit of organic fertilizer in the hole where the plant is going to be placed. And so that's a tablespoon or so of fertilizer. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place the plant into the hole that is available for it. When I first started planting, a lot of people would actually argue about whether one should fertilize or not. And for me, the answer is simple. And it's like if you have really great soil, you're augmenting, you feel comfortable with what you're getting as far as your produce goes, then it's probably fine. But I think that if you can boost the health of your plants and have more produce, that's a really nice thing. And so I do add fertilizer. Here I add organic fertilizer. Now I did just put fertilizer right up against the roots of this new plant. Now I've said it a lot of times, but I'll say it again. Do not do this with traditional or non-organic fertilizers. It will burn the roots. All right, well, and then after I'm done transplanting these, putting the soil around them, I'm going to give these guys a good drink. You notice there's a flower on this pepper plant. going to pinch that right off. I want this plant to have a chance to build up its foliage, to build up the strength of its stems, and to think about that part of its life cycle before it has to hold the weight of a bunch of peppers. All right, that's what I've got. Thank you.